What's up, everybody? I am your host, Ian Law. This is my co-host,
Undefeated Supreme Kareem Hackett.
and this is Cooking with Grease. We are very happy today to introduce a very special guest, friend of ours, friend of the show, NABA champion, nominated for Knockout of the Year, the baddest, flyest man in the ring, John Scrappy Ramirez.
What's poppin', my people? What's good, yo?
First and foremost, thank you for being here. We appreciate that. So let's just get right into it. Your name, Scrappy. Where you get that name?
My football coach gave me that nickname. Shout out to Coach Ivy.
What age was that?
I was in sixth grade, so what's the age at that time? 12?
12.
Probably 12, yeah.
For you, probably like 16. But like, what, he just named you that because you're a style?
Nah, he named because I was always fighting my teammates, you know. And at first, I didn't like that. He was like, "Yo, Scrappy," and everybody would laugh. I'm like, "Nah, don't call me that," you know.
Ain't
and
no joke.
It just it stuck with me, you know. Then out of nowhere, I was in class and they're like, "Yo, Scrappy." Then my teacher, Scrappy. I'm like, all right, fuck it, it is what it is. Then I looked up then I looked up the whole definition of what Scrappy. I'm like, all right, cool, that's me, because I'm really scrapping out here.
Right.
And you embraced it.
Yeah, I embraced it, and like now, I'm Scrappy. That's what the world know me as.
So have you always been into fighting?
I mean, I fight if I have to, and I think growing up where I come from, you got to fight. So
Where do you come from?
the inner city. You know, and I also live in Honduras, so out there we was really in the streets playing and fighting. You know, fighting was actually like the way we had fun. Like I remember we used to fight. You get your ass whooped. I'll go home, come back, either fight him again or shake it off. You know,
What were like your first memories of fighting?
First memories fighting. I'll say with my brother. You know, I grew up a lot of
Older brother, younger brother?
younger brother. Jesse, Joshua, but just in general, I had a lot of cousins, and we were all in the same house, you know. And when you have a lot of kids, you know, around the same age, you know, we don't get it popping. We was always running, man. We was fucking up the whole house, bro. But that was fun, you know. And I remember we used to get whooped. I'm talking about when they used to catch one of us, we all used to pay for it, bro. And they used to like line us up, get on your knees, and we all used to get smacked. And at the same time, we used to laugh. Yeah. But
that only makes it worse.
Oh man, that shit used to be fun. But hey, I think that growing up with my cousins like that made me like a warrior.
Are you from Honduras? Is that your nationality or?
Yeah, I'm half Honduran, half Belizean. My mother's Guatemalan.
Okay.
So were you were born there?
No, I was born and raised. I was born in LA, but I went out there for 4 years. The most important years of my life. That's at the age of 8, came back at 12.
Why'd they send you there? You get in trouble?
No, I grew up with my father. I was close with my father.
Gotcha.
I don't know what he did, so he moved out there. He took me with him, and I'm actually thankful he took me out there. Came back, you feel me, and here I am.
You said another nickname you go by is Inner City Legend. Now, is that something that?
No, that's not a nickname.
What is it?
That's what the people. So I grew up in the inner city, you know, and every time people spoke about the inner city, it was negative, and that's what used to bother me.
Yeah.
So I kind of changed. I'm like, all right, y'all want to talk bad? I'm an inner city legend, meaning if you're a legend and you're doing something positive, something good, right? So I just started saying inner city legend. You know?
How'd you get into boxing? Because you said you used to play football, but where did the boxing start?
I dropped out of school, trying to find my purpose, trying to figure out life.
Kids don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that. But look, everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
Like I was like in a deep hole for like 6 months, lost, depressed, you know what I'm saying? And one out of nowhere, I just thought of a boxing gym. The closest boxing gym was Wildcard. Stepped into Wildcard, and
That's a world famous gym. That's the first gym you stepped into?
And I didn't even know. I wasn't aware of that. That's Freddie Roach, Pacquiao. But that was like that was the closest gym to me, and I went there. Now, before I even chose, I was already I made a list, like, so let's say on Sunday I chose that, okay, I want to do boxing. So on that Sunday, I literally made a plan, wrote down everything I wanted to do in
Was that, like,
boxing.
your
And
goals?
boxing, yeah. So one goal in that list was me turning pro. I didn't care about amateurs.
What else was on that list?
First was turn pro and be a world champion. That was like my first two things. Then I also like, just for myself, like, you got to cut some relationships. You got to lock in.
How old were you at this time?
20. Yeah,
Were
20.
you a fan of boxing already up until that point?
I was not a fan of boxing.
You haven't watched like a full boxing match?
No, I mean, I'll watch it, but again, I grew up playing football. Football was my thing. I was playing football. That's all I cared about.
Because technically, that's pretty late to start boxing. I mean, most guys.
And that's what they all told me once I stepped into wildcard. It's too late. You're too old. But I never gave no fucks what people talk. Like, I saw it. I'm the type of person, if I could see it, and if I get the emotion, like, I know I'm capable of doing.
Right.
And that's been with everything. And I've accomplished everything I've seen and visualized. You feel me? So the same thing happened with boxing. I saw things, and I was in the gym, and I saw me getting better, and I was meeting people, and like opportunity was giving to me. I'm like, you know what, bro? I'm going all in.
What was like that first moment in your boxing journey that like
gave me the
affirmed it
green?
for you, that like was like you wanted to
When
something?
Freddie gave me the opportunity to spar one of his champions,
Yeah, who was
and
that?
I think at that time it was Tito Acosta. No, the Filipino 115 champ, Nietes.
Oh, Nietes.
Nietes. That I forgot his last name.
You
is
sparred with him as your first sparring ever?
He was like my second professional, and
Were you really nervous? I mean, I would be nervous.
I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
You
Did
feel
fight
me?
already at that point? Like
No, they
one
had no
amateur fight
fight,
at that
no
point?
no amateur fights. I was just
How many rounds did he ask you to do?
he said do 6,
Yeah.
right? And then they're trying to get me like this. So he was like 6 rounds. I did 6, stepped out. He was like, you got 2 more?
Damn.
And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I ain't
the
no
challenge.
bitch. They trying to, I know he trying to test me.
Right,
So I'm
true
like,
fighter,
I
true
got
fighter.
2 more. I got 2 more. Then he's like, 1 more? I'm like, come on, 1 more. And I was dead tired, dog. I ain't know how to, like, I just knew how to survive. You
Yeah.
feel me? Like, I ain't no dummy. I'm smart. So I survived my way, bro. And they were surprised. And my energy, they liked that, so they kept calling me, and I kept getting better, bro. But I think what really set the tone for me, and they saw that I didn't back up and that I had potential. I was in no.
Was that big for you? Not backing up.
Oh, it was super big. That set the tone. It opened the door for me because they kept calling me.
Sure.
And from that, I was able to spar Tito Acosta, Matao, bro, every fucking champion up in there.
Right.
I was able
Would
to
you
get
ever
great work.
spar a guy now that you're a pro and a champ yourself? Would you ever spar a guy who's not even fought one amateur bout and is like new
I
in the
spar
gyms?
anybody because you could work. You can learn from every work.
Even someone that's low
all
skill?
work is good work, good or bad. The thing is what you do with that work. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If he's a newbie, I'm gonna work on my defense. You know what I'm saying? That's opportunity.
'Cause
You gotta
sometimes people
learn
will-
how to create opportunity, bro.
Yeah.
Ain't no excuses. Oh, he's not on my level. Okay, try to figure it out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
you can make it beneficial.
I like to if he's not on my level, I'm gonna make all right punch, and I'm gonna make
show
it
you
fun.
that
If you
fence.
hit me, I'll give you $20. I give you some.
Do you think that sometimes though, if you're working with someone that's below your level, you can kind of lower it just to even be working with them?
Of course. Now, it depends who it is. Now if he's like a pro, but we're not on the same, I'm gonna still fuck you up.
Yeah. Well, you step in this ring, you gotta get the business.
Especially if we're not close, or you're coming from a whole other gym. Like, I'm gonna show you what I'm about. You feel me? And you've seen that. I don't play about that. First time sparring.
So after this kind of baptism, if you will, into the fire, then do you become an amateur after that? Like
I became
what's the next step?
So my first fight was, I think, like 5 months into being in wild card. I won my first fight. Man, that was like the toughest fight.
Your first amateur fight?
My first fight was tough, bro. Cause
what made it tough?
Mentally, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna come out looking like Floyd, shoulder roll, jabbing, sight. That shit lasted for 10 seconds, dog.
Yeah. Why?
Man,
how do you come at you?
Cause, bro, the pace. You know, when hitting the bag and being in there with a person is a whole different thing.
Especially that first fight.
Yeah. So
bag doesn't hit back.
This went from like I'm a dog you type. It was like a swim session, you know. But hey, I got the dub, you know. But look, the most like the thing that really like gets to me right now, and I think about is the times where like I was in the gym, when I was making my transition from football to boxing was when I was hitting the bag in the gym. And I'm like, man, I'm so uncomfortable. I hate this shit. Like, I didn't like the people. I didn't like hitting the bag. I don't like anything, bro. It was a whole different environment, you know? And I remember hitting the bag like, fuck, I got to make this shit work because, you know, I ain't got nothing to do.
Did you have a lot of amateur fights before you turned pro?
I only had 25 fights.
But you did go to like some good tournaments and
no. So this is what I really did because I was a little older and my weight class was a little difficult. So
because it's not that deep.
It's not So I did national tournaments and we only had 3 national tournaments.
Which are what? The pals?
The
Golden Gloves?
The nationals are the Golden Gloves, Nationals, Sugar Bird, and the pals. I fought in all of those, and I've won and I've lost. But where I really got my experience was flying out of town, going to other gyms and sparring. And that's what Julian told me. He's like, yo, find a sponsor and try to get work and try to get different style of work, you know, try to see every style possible, you know, because every person, like Russians, they have their own style, you know, Filipinos, they got their own styles.
So when you
even my black folks, they got their own style, you know. So try to see all of those and get that experience. So whenever you turn pro, you already got that in your catalog, you know. So that's what I did.
Did you have any like, you know, pros that you also, you know, admired or tried to emulate any of their style? Like you said, your Mayweather.
Yeah, I mean, again, I was at Wildcard, so I was already around greatness, you know.
Around legends.
I mean, I've seen Pacquiao, I've seen Adrian Broner, I've seen, I mean, a person I really like study and I was there is Regis Prograde. Also
Miguel Cotto was there.
Miguel Cotto, also Zurdo Ramirez. But so I saw Zurdo from far because he used to train later in the day. Who's someone? Oh, Tyson Fury. He gave me the opportunity to be in his camp, and I was sparring his fighter because he fought on the same undercard.
Who was that?
When he was getting, I forgot his name, something Walsh.
Okay.
Yeah, but he fights at 126. Point is, I was there and I was able to see how everything went. You know, the way he trained. So I was learning, soaking information from up close. You know, I made the best out of those opportunities.
So you get a lot of sparring in, you get a lot of tutelage from all these different greats, Hall of Fame. So take me into that first pro fight. Because you're 10-0 right now, undefeated.
Oh, I mean, look, it's a whole process into like that.
Were you nervous? Was you scared?
No, so listen. I was supposed to make my pro debut before the pandemic. My fight got canceled a week before the whole world got shut down. So now I'm getting mentally prepared. I'm in the best shape of my life, supposedly, right? And I remember going, preparing myself into that fight. I was like, man, am I really ready for this? Like, I was still asking questions. You feel me? There was like a question mark in my head. Everything happens for a reason. I feel like that preparation got me ready for my official pro debut. Because my pro debut didn't happen till 2021. 2021?
It seems to be such a common occurrence in boxing that, you know, fights get canceled, postponed. How important it is to you that you have to stay mentally ready? because you can do all
that's
this
the thing.
preparation
So
and then be like, skirt. You gotta wait.
The whole pandemic, what you make it. So you either I stay home and chill or get ready or stay ready. That's what I chose to stay ready. And I feel like that was a long camp, and it was a great preparation because every night I envisioned my pro debut.
Yeah.
And it got me. It got me mentally right for that day. So when the day happened, oh, bro, it was easy. I showed up, just like a sparring session. I do this shit every day, and one of the feedbacks, oh, he looked experienced. It looked like he's been there before, because I have not. Now I haven't been there with the people, but mentally, I've done that 1,000 times. I took reps mentally. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when the opportunity presented itself, I was ready.
What was it like the first time you knocked a guy out?
I mean, not.
How many fights was it into your career before it was a knockout?
My official knockout was my last fight, where I blew him out the ring. And I mean, what it feel
that's
like,
the knockout.
What it feel like, bro? It feel like literally taking a man's soul. Like I ain't punched him, I punched through him. You know what I'm saying? When one of these lands and you hit the skull, bro, when you land a crate, like Do you know instantly as soon as bro, it's a different punch. It's totally different, bro. You feel nothing but bone. Like it's right there. And when I landed it, I knew it was game. It was done deal for him. I knew it. As a boxer, you know what it's like to land a good shot and a solid shot, right. Bro. You feel nothing but skull. I guarantee you. You don't feel this. You feel the skull, man. Like,
have you ever been knocked out?
I've never been knocked out, and I never will, because that's what I believe.
Now, that was the fight that kind of made you famous, if you will, being nominated for Knockout of the Year, put you on the radar.
Everyone was surprised. I wasn't. I mean, if you went to you weren't there. I don't think you were there. But if you were in the meetings, I was talking my shit. I told them we were on a whole different level. So I wasn't surprised. Now,
and he was supposed to be one of your hardest opponents.
He was, on paper, he was supposed to be my hardest opponent, yes. And I wanted that because it shows where I'm at, And that night, I was
that knockout also got you this nice, shiny strap sitting in front of us.
It came with a little present.
How does that feel, having some jewelry?
It feels good, but I'm going to use this as a sign of I'm headed on the right path. Right. That's already now in the past, so I don't live in the past, It's dope. It was cool for the night, but I'm done. You feel me?
What's in your sights now?
My next fight, but my main focus is the belt, bro. The world titles.
That's you called out a lot of champions and big names in your last fight.
I mean, my first time on TV. On a big fight,
right.
And so I got to kill. I've been had a kill list way before I even turned pro.
Who's on that list?
But every champion on every every flyweight, super flyweight, bantamweight, all the champions.
So your last.
I could show you. You know what I'm saying, and you could.
Nah, it's cool. We don't need to see it.
Yeah.
It's gonna take too long. It's all good. So your last bout was at 115 pounds.
115.
Is your goal to stay there until you get all the belts? Move up to 118? Because you've also fought at 118,
I will stay at 115. I will become champion at 115. I might defend a few times and make my way up.
So who do you see as like in the way right now at 115?
115? Who's in the way? Yeah.
Who's stopping you from getting?
No one's stopping me but myself. Really.
Well, who's getting knocked down on that path to accomplishing this?
Bro, Jesse Bam, Joshua Franco,
all the belt holders.
Francisco Estrada,
right?
Chocolatito don't have a belt. I would like to fight him as well. He's a legend.
How different do you feel your style is, or do you feel it's different from 115 to 118?
It's not different, but just
is it
overall,
hard for you to make that weight?
No, it's easy. Shout out to my nutritionist. Follow the game plan. I'm gonna make the weight easy.
Right.
But I'm just bigger than these.
How would you describe your fighting style?
Unique.
In what way?
I could do it all, but the most important thing, I have a great understanding of the craft. You know what I'm saying? this is not just fighting. You gotta understand, know yourself, know your enemy, know your position. You know what you're trying to achieve in the ring.
Well, you mentioned your trainer's name earlier, Julian Chua. Probably one of the most talked about up and coming trainers in the game.
One of the best and youngest trainer in the game.
Has he been your trainer for your whole pro career?
Yes, he's actually. I mean, the night I made my pro debut, he wasn't my official trainer, but he was my head trainer that night. But it was all about time, really. I mean, I've been around him way.
What's it like working with him? I know. I mean, he works with a lot of champions. Zordo, you mentioned Zepeda.
It's a great
Cool
thing
Boy
because
Staff.
it's two brains in one. We understand each other. We get along. And one thing I appreciate about him is the way he's so passionate about his craft. He wants to be the best. And when you want to be the best, you're going to study.
Right.
And he does his homework. You feel me? There's no, oh, I know it all.
Right.
He's always looking to get better, improve.
So you
And he thinks outside the box. I love that shit. You think outside the box. It's not basic. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to do it this way, do it that way. Nah, we going to do it the best way we can. And that might be thinking outside the box.
right.
You know? So that's one of the things I like, but there's many. And I could say it, but I'm going to just keep that to myself.
Right.
And he
But
could, and look, he trains with him, so he can tell you a little bit.
Right, but I mean, like, even though we all work with Julian, we being me, myself, and Scrappy, something attracted you to seeing the vision being successful with someone like Julian in your corner, like before the two brains, becoming one type of thing. Like, what were those things for you?
Because at the point when I used to swear at Wildcard, he used to be there. He was Freddie Roach's assistant.
Yep.
Right? So he used to watch me, and after sparring, he used to give me pointers. And he saw that I was talented. He used to tell me, like, bro, just stay at it, You're talented. He used to give me tips, talk to me. And from there, I got the spark, like, you know what? I understand everything he's trying to tell me, and, like, there's a connection, bro. When there's a connection, you can feel that. Of
course.
And that connection was always there. And for some odd reason, every time we moved gyms, he was there.
Yeah.
We went to Wildcard, he was at Wildcard. Went to Churchill, he was at Churchill. Right. Now we at Brick House, still at Brick House. You feel me? Right. So it's been a full, destination, bro. When it's meant to be, it's meant to be. It's going to happen.
Are you a big fan of, like, boxing in general? Or like, are you watching all the fights? I mean, I saw you were doing commentating with Zordo.
I wouldn't say I'm a fan. I'm passionate of, like, me getting better. Like, that's what drives me crazy about the sport. Like, I'm not too.
Is there any other fighters that you like seeing fight?
I watch whoever, but it's really like, what can I obtain to get better? It's always about, like, I'm trying to learn. You feel me? I'm trying to always look for opportunity,
But
and that's
you never watch a fight like as just like entertainment purposes.
No. I'm always. If I'm looking at a fight, even when I was commentating, but I was also, I'm like, okay, let me see what he's doing. Let me see what I like, what I shouldn't be doing. I'm always looking to learn. That's my perspective when.
And you were commentating with Zordo.
Ramirez.
Is that something that you guys are maybe going to do more in the future? Because it went pretty well.
I liked it. I had a great time. I mean, hey, I'm up for whatever. I'm attacking every avenue.
I see you guys together all the time, not just at the fights, but training. Tell me a little bit more about your relationship with him. Like, you guys are obviously in two totally separate weight classes.
Big bro, little bro type of situation. I'm signed to Shooter Ramirez, but this ain't business. It's more of a family type thing. Right. Also, he has a lot of experience. He has the best record in boxing today.
44-0.
Has a lot of fights. So why not learn from him? You feel me? And I think he's a funny dude. He's a great person.
Do you
he's
feel
honest.
Like he's affected your style? Just like training.
I wouldn't say he's affected my style, but I've learned, and I've applied things to what I do.
All right, what were some of those things?
This man is smooth, like he's effortless, and there's a way of putting power into your punches by being effortless. You know, that's one thing I've learned from him. But I gained that through watching.
Right.
You know, if you watch Surdo, you can sit there and just watch him. His poetry and motions like real smooth, effortless. You know, everybody's uptight and
He's
nah,
relaxed.
but him is real smooth. It's like water, dog. You know, everything just sifts perfectly. Knuckles real, it's beautiful. And that's it. I admire.
So the fight between him and Bivol has been ordered. It's kind of the talk of the whole industry right now. How do you see that fight going?
Honestly, a lot of people think I'm rooting for Surdo because he's my dog.
Yeah.
I really think he has the right tools to beat. Stylistically, he has the right tools to beat Bivol. Now, is it gonna be an easy fight? Fuck no. It's the best against the best.
It's gonna be a war.
Is he gonna show up? It's on him.
Right.
You know? But me personally, I think he could beat him. There's no doubt in my mind. I know he's capable. I've seen this man do shit in the gym.
Yeah.
You know, I know what he's capable of. So yeah, I think it'll be a great fight for the boxing fans, and it'll be a great fight for him. You beat him, this is gonna take you up there. You know, you're gonna be the best Mexican boxer today.
You know, someone like Canelo.
Because right now, Canelo's the best boxer, right? Now you beat Bivol, the person who beat Canelo. You're the best boxer today.
Speaking of Canelo, who do you got also coming up on Canelo Triple G?
I really don't want to see this fight. In my opinion, I think Canelo won the last two fights. Now, a lot of people going to not agree with me.
Yeah.
It's all good, my opinion. I think Canelo beats Triple G, and I wouldn't be surprised if he knocks him out. Triple G's a little old, and he's depreciating, you know?
Hasn't fought in a while, nowhere near as much as Canelo.
He just fought. He didn't look so good his last fight. But also...
But more time off, for sure.
But look. Now, let me give him his credit. Triple G, he's done a lot. You know, he's accomplished a lot. Yeah. He's a great fighter. So I'm not going to take anything away from him, you know? Because sometimes when we talk, you know, even if a fighter loses, we discredit. And I don't like doing that, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. So you were at that Garcia fight, which he won in knockout fashion. He called out Tank at the end. Is that a fight you want to see, or who do you want to see?
I'll pay to go see that fight, but I ain't gonna pay because
who do you think wins that fight?
I got Tank winning that fight.
Yeah, me too.
Really. Again, you can't take away nothing from Ryan Garcia. Julian said something today, and it kind of opened up with. Ryan could catch him with something, you know. You can't take him out the game.
He's throwing him.
Sure.
You can't take him out.
He's throwing the kill too.
Yeah, but Tank is a dangerous fighter. All he needs is one. So, but overall, I think it'll be a great fight. Good fight for boxing and great fight for both of them. That's a legacy fight. That fight will live forever.
What do you want to see more between Garcia versus Tank or Spence versus Crawford?
Oh,
Spence versus Crawford.
Who do you got on that though?
Tough fight, but I got Crawford. I think Crawford got more in his. I got Crawford. That's all I'm gonna say. And great fucking fight though. That's a good.
How about how does that fight end?
Decision.
Crawford decision?
Yeah.
I say if Crawford wins.
I don't think he knocks him out.
I think so.
You think so?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Best finisher of all time, Terrence Crawford. For now,
bro. But you making it seem like Errol Spence is about to just hit me type of.
No, that's true. That's true.
My man got a chin and he got good defense.
That's true. But if anybody slips in front of Terrence, the fight's over. And my man slips sometimes.
Terrence Crawford got slip. He get hit too.
Yeah.
So Errol Spence got a chance. My man got power as well.
Absolutely.
I think it's a good fight overall.
Agreed.
That fight is gonna be like Gervonta against Rolly. Now I'm saying like it's gonna be entertaining from round because every round was entertaining. I was like this the whole fight like you feel me? That's the type of vibe with that fight. It's gonna be a good fight.
Through your Instagram and just your social media presence, it seems like you're training all the time, like in different places.
I stay in the gym.
Is that what you feel is a big key to your success?
It's my full-time job, and absolutely, the more time I spend on my craft, the better I am at it. You know, it just becomes so easy.
Well, what's your main motivation? Like we.
I don't rely on motivation because motivation.
What do you rely on?
Because today
Discipline,
I'm motivated. Tomorrow I'm not. You know, but I'm disciplined. You know, and I got to a point where like if I don't do it, I don't feel comfortable. You know, I'm the type of person. My confidence comes from preparation. Mm-hmm. You know, when I step into a fight, ain't no doubt in my mind because I know what I did. I put my miles.
You did the work.
I did the rounds, you know? So I don't, there's no reason for me to be questioning myself. So, listen, at the end of the day, this is my full-time job, dog.
Right. So
I'm in the gym. I don't got no time to be hanging around, and that's cool, but that's not going to get me better. Mm-hmm. I like it when I step in the room and like I master something. You feel me? Because nobody in the room can do it.
Yeah.
Like, I bring the table. You can't do what I do. You feel me? You need me to provide this type of entertainment. Mm-hmm. So that's what that pleases me.
All right. So what do you see as your edge going forward? Because like you said, it hasn't been that long, you know, that you've been in boxing.
Man, you over here throwing some smart ass question. Your edge on man.
You got something special in you.
Nah.
Right?
Go ahead, bro. Right. What do I see?
Yeah.
Dumb it down a little bit for me.
What separates you from everyone else, and like what's your advantage?
I think the number one was I'm unique in my own way. I don't want to be like no other fighter. I don't want to wear.
We can tell that from your outfits.
I just do things how I want to do it. Yeah. You know, I'm not looking for people's validation.
Right.
I mean,
to
be honest,
I think that's the most important thing. Nowadays, people see something. Mm-hmm. I want to do that. I'm not too, bro. I'm gonna rock what I think is cool, and I'm gonna do it how I think.
It really seems like you're having fun. Like
I am having fun because I'm not expecting people to tap my shoulders. I'll tap my shoulders before anybody else. You feel me?
I mean, you have so many interesting fight outfits, even the one you have on right now. Do you have all these fight outfits custom made? Are you your own designer?
Shout out to my boy Johnny De La Cruz. What's Your Hustle? Me and my mans sit down.
What's the motivation behind your fight
and
outfit?
we design
different.
every fight, and motivation could be whatever.
Do you always wear a hat?
I always wear a hat, but I get inspired by, it could be by a person, occasion. But I'm 2 a.m. at night, and I'm thinking, you know, like, all right, what can I do for my next fight? And I get ideas.
Yeah.
And I start shooting text messages like, yo, we could do this and do that.
Do you already got a plan for your next fight fit?
Oh, bro, I got 2 fights. 2 fits ready. I'm always ahead of game, bro.
How many hats do you have?
Like 5, 6.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're
what you talking about?
Those are a little expensive.
What are these?
And
what are they called?
You can't get every color. The brim?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what are they called?
I mean, you can call them fedoras, brim hats. Call them Rico Suave. Suave, baby.
Do you have a custom outside of your fight fits, even just like your regular outfits, like the ones that you wore to?
They're not custom, but they're tailored to me. You know, I shop and all my pants are tailored.
Oh, because
even my tops sometimes get.
Someone said they were doll clothes that you just took off stuffed animals. You went to Build-A-Bear and got your whole swag.
Man, that's funny. That's funny. Whoever said that, that's funny.
Lego store when the leg down.
Hey, it look good.
Well, on that note, we have a little game we like to play here. It's called Deeper Than Raps. It's a question-based game, and you just have to pick.
Rap right now. What's up?
No.
This
is just to kind of help the fans.
You already know Scrappy coming through.
I'm going to give you 2 options, and you just tell us which one that you're kind of more, what type of guy are you or fighter are you?
All right. Let's get it.
All right. First and foremost, are you more speed or power?
None.
That's not an option, Scrap.
All right. Power.
And it's not always about what you are, just if you could choose one.
Power.
Power, got it. Are you an Android or an iPhone guy?
iPhone.
Are you the type of person that's going to FaceTime me every time they call or just regular call?
I'm going to FaceTime you.
I can't stand people like you.
Man, I'm trying to see. Hey, eye to eye, man. We going to talk as a man.
Get that face.
What's up?
There's nothing worse than you do that and you're not on there. It's like to the wall and you FaceTiming me.
Nah, I ain't that type of person. Yeah. What you do? Nah.
Are you more a chicken person or a steak person?
Chicken. Fried chicken.
Okay.
With some ranch.
We
And
know
barbecue.
this guy loves ranch.
I love ranch.
This guy eat ranch with his pancakes.
Oh, man.
Never seen that before until I went to Breakfast with Scrap.
Man, that shit tastes good.
Are you more into like a Jordan guy or a Yeezy guy?
Jordan.
Now, musically, are you more like into Afro beats or like reggaeton?
Reggaeton.
Before we leave basketball, LeBron or Kobe?
Ooh.
LeBron. I think LeBron's the best basketball player
As a LA
in the
guy,
world.
I thought you would have won Kobe.
Lakers or Rams?
Rams. They just won. Come on, man. Ring season.
You said reggaeton. Now, in reggaeton, are you feeling a Bad Bunny or like a J Balvin? If you had to pick one CD to rock with.
Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny or
Aquí llega tu tiburón.
You like between El Alpha or Bad Bunny?
El Alfa. Come on, man. Somos dumb. Yeah.
Regards to training, would you rather train at the beach or like in the mountains?
Ooh, that's a good one. That's tough because sand, that gets you right, full
And
body.
you get to feel like you're in a Rocky movie.
But the mountain, I'll take the mountain.
Do you prefer to train early in the morning or late at night?
Early in the morning, man. And when I say early, I mean early.
It's gotta be calling me like
I'm talking
5:30 in the morning.
That's not even early. That's late. We do 5:30 because of y'all. But if it was up to me, I'll go like 4:30. Really.
That ain't easy. Yee. If you had to choose one punch, would it rather be an uppercut or a hook?
Uppercut or a hook? Uppercut. I'm throwing that. I'm sending you up in the sky. Come on, man. I'm sending you to heaven.
Now, this is kind of probably the more motivational side of the question, but are you more motivated by money or legacy?
Never by money, always by legacy.
Understood.
Because if you set the legacy, the money come with that. You feel me?
So where is your like home-based gym when you're training?
Brick House Boxing Club, man, is out here in North Hollywood. One of the best gyms out here, if not the best gym today. Y'all should come check it out, man. Gym full of champions, great trainers. Yeah,
Future champions,
it's a good vibe too. I mean, anybody that come to the gym, they love the gym. You know, it's more than just a gym.
What's important to you in the gym that you work out at? Like what components do you have to have in there to make you feel successful and, like you said, motivated to keep working hard?
I mean, me really, the way I grew up training is like nothing. You know, we gonna make it work by all means necessary. But if I'll just say like the people gotta be dogs. They can't be sensitive because I feed off that energy. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no softy around me, dog. You know?
To you, what's more important, that someone be that they're talented or that they have a real fight in them? Like which one?
They got a real fight in them. You know, because
talent.
Because I seen a lot of dudes that got talent, but they ain't got the work ethic. That should be pissing me off. You know,
Or the heart.
Or they
Or the
be
heart
complaining. It's like, bro, you good, but you be complaining. That bothered me.
Yeah.
So I'd rather you have the fight, because if you could fight, that's easy. We could teach you the rest.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I know you have a lot of young fans, whether they're 4 or 5 years old or 14 years old. What advice do you have for someone else that is also maybe being told they're too old to start boxing or too this,
I'll say really be realistic with yourself and believe in yourself. You know, like you gotta believe in yourself, because when you're old, you gonna get criticized, but you gotta block that out and really just talk to yourself and really be realistic.
Right.
Are you capable of doing this? Yes. All right, then do it. If you're not capable and you know you're not capable, then don't do it.
So what?
Because you don't play boxing.
Your belief, to me, like one thing that stands out about you is that self-belief.
Self-belief
is very solid.
Because if you believe,
right?
that means you could achieve it.
Of course.
You know?
Okay, so like, what helped you solidify that self-belief? Like, was it like any books that come to mind? Like, any...
Oh yeah, I think it was a book, but I always been the type, because I always been the smallest dude in any room I walked.
Right.
Every team I played, but I always been the best, you know. And like I remember before, before the people gave me the opportunity, they used to be like, "You're too small. You're gonna get hurt." I'm like, "Nah, I want to play. Put me," you know. Like that shit used to bother me. So the way I used to prove people wrong was like me showing them, and when I showed them that I was like good, you know, like this reaction, bro, I used to love that shit. They couldn't say anything, you know. Then I remember Coach, he gave me a book. It's called The Power of the Subconscious Mind. And I read that, and I remember I traced back like my past. I'm like, like self-belief was like one of the, like the things I've always something that has helped me. You know, that's played a big impact in my life. Like I always believed in myself.
Right.
Cause no one ever gave me the opportunity. I had to force the opportunity. But once they opened the door, it was game over for me. It was a wrap.
Right.
You know? And I remember I used to play one team, then the other team wanted me, and it's like game over. I'm in here. You know, I'm running shit now. You know, y'all went from like not letting me want to play to like you're the man. Right. And that's how it's been everywhere I've been with football and even now with boxing.
Do you read a lot of books like that, like Art of War type stuff?
I read whatever catches my attention. I'm not gonna sit here and portray that I'm a reader.
Yeah.
If it catches
just
my
how you said
attention,
that one
I
book
read.
really changed
But
you.
look, a lot of people think, oh yeah, I read in that, but are you using what you're reading? You feel me?
Right.
Because nowadays we want to make it like I do this and do that. Man, shut the fuck up. I'm not doing none of that. You read, but you're not really applying that.
Like all those pictures of
but
LeBron reading, but it's always on page 1. Every book, he's on page 1.
Oh, y'all see people. I see people posting like a snap on the story, like, I read this book, man. But your lifestyle don't define anything you read, dog. Right. Now I'm not judging. I'm just saying, like, you know.
So we're obviously all very eager to see you fight again. Do you have any upcoming fights that we can tell the people about, or should we all just
staying ready? Just staying ready. You know, my main focus is to stay focused. So
I hear that.
Yeah.
So how can people get with you? What's your socials? You know, what do you want them?
Y'all can follow me on Instagram, Twitter at Scrappy Boxing. And I appreciate all the support. You know, before this, I ain't had no fans. Now I do have fans. So thank you guys for, now rocking with me. And for the people that down me, I will show you.
Scrap, I really want to thank you for coming by. It was my pleasure. Yep. We are going to stay glued in to you and what's happening with you. As soon as any fight is announced, please let us know so we can let you guys know. As always, comment, subscribe, tune in. Let us know any questions you want us to ask anybody. You know, we're here for you guys. Yep. We'd also like to thank our official sponsors, Federal Credit Loans,
Foreign Genetics,
and Brickhouse Boxing Club. And this is Cooking with Grease.
Cook it up. Cook it up.